did that.
Exactly.
She was in there banging with the men and everything. She was a big old girl.
You didn't think somebody who's 6'6" could block your shot? Is that what you?
Well, you know, I was surprised. You know, so women are really. And I actually got to play some with in a coach. I took the hardest course. The course I took at the University of Tennessee was the 4.0 course, and I had to take things like coaching of basketball, walking, things like that.
Right.
I actually took a class called walking. And I got to play with some of those people that were in the championships in '87, '89, and '91. And it would really surprise you the skill level of these top women who a couple of them later were Olympic athletes.
Yeah.
It amazes me.
And playing against Olympians tends to put you in
it tends to make you feel like
in a humble place.
Yeah, it's like, what am I even doing out here? I don't need to be even talking to you.
Exactly.
Much less playing basketball.
Let's switch gears. Speaking of Olympians, Kurt Angle, a professional wrestler, gold medalist, has hurt his neck. Now he's the general manager entitled for the SmackDown show. They've had a draft and a lottery and all of this.
Did you hear that clicking sound?
Yeah.
That's the whole community turning it off right now.
Got to talk professional wrestling.
Talk about wrestling.
I mean, much as with this gig, you've been an unpaid consultant here and there.
I've been unpaid a lot of things. Yeah.
with various wrestling leagues. What do you think of the national product these days?
I think it's you've got one product, and it's stale at times. They try to spice it up every once in a while, but it's still that same style. You know, it's still they used to call it being Titanized, you know, when it was tight. I don't think it's Titan anymore.
Yeah.
But that's the old Vince McMahon way of doing things, and there's a certain style they have, and certain people you see. They need competition, just like any other business. They try to get some competition in Nashville with Jerry Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett.
But they're only running 3 or 4 shows a month.
Right, right. They only run a few shows, and it's not. I don't know the state of. I think it's what's bad. You don't have as much TV. You don't have as many TV outlets. You've got 2 companies in the United States that own pretty much all the TV now. Where used to you had little bitty stations, you'd shop around a little wrestling show or cooking show or whatever you had, and then they got to where they put on the George Foreman grill cooker thing.
Yeah.
The commercials like that, and everything was an infomercial, and one place buys them all up, and that didn't leave much of a place for a lot of voices like you know, wrestling, whatever show you had. A good cable access thing is good in communities, I think, where you pay a little bit, you get something crazy on. Of course, you get the lunatics on when you do that.
Yeah.
But you do get some new and diverse program.
Yeah. And so, are you satisfied with the WWE, or you think they need to?
Well, I'm never satisfied. But
Okay.
I mean,
as any sports fan, there's always things that can do
it's the only game going, so you either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
If you like pro wrestling, that's what you watch.
Now
there's nothing else.
They have put the championship belts now on some smaller guys, Eddie Guerrero and Chris Benoit.
Which is, I think, good because I think now you're in a wrestling era. Let me say that, because you've got more physicality, you've got more athletes in there now. That's what I like to watch. I like to watch the athletic.
More than the theatrics.
Not necessarily. It's when you've got, right now they've got some people with bad theatrics. If you had good theatrics is good. Right now they don't have good theatrics. It's bad acting. It's the worst acting you ever see.
Yeah.
So they go to the athletes, which is a smaller guys who are carrying way too much weight and are beefed up.
Yeah. But who can put
they
on
eat those really good
athletic performance. Yeah.
They're eating those really good vitamins.
We got about 30 seconds here, Jack. What do you think from the standpoint of a man who had a multi-year, multi-million-dollar contract, Brock Lesnar, NCAA champion, giving up professional wrestling and that money to try it for the NFL? Is he going to make it? Has he got a shot?
Course, you know, he's from Minnesota, and I think he's got a shot just because they'll give him a tryout. And he's only 26, I think.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's an NCAA champion in wrestling. He's an athlete used to intense conditioning, probably more than your regular college football player. That doesn't mean he can play football at all, though. They will give him a look. If he doesn't make it, he can always go back. I think he's a pretty smart guy.
You think so? You think he hasn't burned a bridge, or is there such a thing as burning a bridge in the wrestling world?
They'd take him back in a second.
Okay.
Maybe a year from now, but they'll take him back.
Jack, we appreciate you being here.
No problem.
As always. And
you can pay me later.
Well, I'll do that. See me after the show.
All right.
Coming up on 8:57, we have to take another break. We'll be back in a moment on News Channel 780.
News Channel 780. Market Watch.
On the day before the big number, the March employment report this morning, came the big shuffle with Dow Jones and Company, the key